Hey, another vlog video. Haven't really posted a vlog video in a little bit because it's like I usually try to post whenever I get the idea. So if it's like I made a vlog video and it's like 2 weeks later, then I'm like, oh, okay, well now I have another idea that I want to do, so I'm sorry that they're not really consistent. So let's talk about the problem with jobs. I think everybody needs a job. Everybody needs a job. Everybody needs to commute. And there's a lot of problems where people don't want to work, but they just decide not to, and they live off of like the government checks, and that's like putting a lot of work on everybody else. Because it's like, say like somebody from Subway, Subway just needs help. They need workers. Well, there's a lot of people out there that don't want to work, so they live off the government. So there's not people going in and be like, hey, I want to apply for like Subway or Wendy's or Burger King or whatever. I'm mainly naming a lot of food places, a lot of fast food, because a lot of places, they are like, a lot of places that are needing workers are fast food. And so I want to talk about like the other problem. You can't really get people to work anymore, especially in the fast food industry. I'll go into like wards. I love wards so much. Big one combo with a large root beer every time. There's usually, depending on which one I go to, there's one that usually it's like the same two people there, but a lot of like other places, they have like a new person almost every few days, or maybe every week if you're lucky. So there's that problem where nobody will work, or they can't like keep anybody, because from what I've experienced, pay is just awful over here in Mississippi. Little fact to everybody, I live in Mississippi. Minimum wage is $7.25. Now I think it did go up to $7.50. I'm not completely sure. I know it went up from whenever I started working, because I'll be getting paid $7.25. I got paid $7.25 when I was working over at Topher's, and I'll say Topher's was awesome. I didn't have a problem with Topher's. It was just whenever we started getting new management, that's when the problem happened. That's whenever they were letting people go. A lot of like the good like people, the ones that did work, the ones that made the work experience a lot better by making us laugh, just joking around, having fun, but also getting things done, not being an a-hole to everybody, just like all around like really good people that they just got rid of, and they want to introduce other people that were just so annoying, that were always up your butt. And I even tried to switch over to like another Topher's that was like in my area, and I said, hey, I work over at the Topher's on this street. I was wondering if I can go and apply over to this Topher's on this street. And they would say, oh, well, you need to contact your manager and ask permission to do that, which I thought was weird. Why would I need to ask permission? Which there could be like something about it, like, oh, well, because of this reason, and that could be understandable. I just don't know that reason. And I would be like, hey, I was wanting to see if I can move over to this Topher's, and this manager absolutely hated me. I don't know why. I barely even knew the guy, and he absolutely just hated me. And so he said no, just flat out no, not giving a reason at all, just no. And managers, a lot of the businesses that I have worked at, we got a new management, and the new managers were just terrible. They were terrible people, that made work so much worse. So that's the problem, is that managers are awful. A lot of times managers are awful, and pay is so low. So yeah, people can't keep anybody because the pay is so low. Managers are just mean, just horrible people. So yeah, that's another problem. And another problem is that managers will hire too many people. I didn't know that was even a thing, because a lot of times when businesses are having problems with employees and going to work, it's employees going to work and not too many employees going to work. So I've 2 places that have gotten overstaffed that I've worked at. I've had my hours cut, and to the point where it was like I was there maybe like once a week, maybe 2 times a week at most. So that's just a problem. People just not keeping it like a balance of not having too many workers but not having too less of workers. So luckily the job that I've been into, so my job, well, one of my jobs is I'm an electronic repair guy. That's just a business that I've made for myself. It's my business. And I'm a solo worker, so it's pretty nice to be able to work and it's just being me. But my second job, where it's like a consistent pay, because my job, it's like, it's nice and I get to control like my hours and everything, but it's not like a consistent pay. Sometimes I could get paid maybe $20 for something, or maybe it's $80, or maybe it's $30. And then it also depends on how fast I get, because like if I get paid $20 and it takes me about like maybe 2 hours, 3, well, I could have gotten that at my other job in like the same amount of time, or not the same amount of time, but like less time. So yeah, so that's why I want a second job, something that's consistent, you know, and you know, where I work is not bad at all. I love my job, and I hate to see that a lot of other people can't say that because they don't have a job that they love. A lot of places are working at, you know, like fast food, and they get treated like dirt. So yeah, and I don't think it's true that you need a college degree to have like a good job, because a good job in my definition is like something that pays reasonably well, but you're also getting a really good work experience. Not just experience as in like knowing how to do something, but also being able to work with really good people, not having to stress out all the time, not having to worry about getting your job taken away from you. I mean, as long as you're doing a good job. But I'm gonna have to cut this out here because I have to get gas. But yeah, that's the problem with jobs, is because it's awful. It's horrible. And I hate to say that. And I hate to say that there's a lot of people out there that can't have a job that is as good as they want it to be. So yeah, that's about it. Gotta get gas, so I'll see you on the next vlog, whenever that'll be.